Welcome to the demo of the 25B feature. Synchronize feeder line materials with the main production line for flow schedule execution in Oracle Fusion Cloud Manufacturing. With this feature, you can now synchronize feeder lines with the main production line by creating child flow schedules for the dependent demand, derived from the parent flow schedules of the parent assemblies. It addresses the need to deliver material to the main production line just in time, reducing the risk of delays and minimizing the need for buffer stock. It provides the ability to easily invoke the sync feeder lines action for a parent production line to create the flow schedules for feeder lines based on the specified date range. You can also schedule the sync feeder line scheduled process to run at specific intervals of time, depending upon the business requirement. Now let's walk through a short demo of this feature. In this demo, we will see how you can synchronize feeder lines with the main production line by creating child flow schedules for the dependent demand, derived from the parent flow schedules of the parent assemblies. First, we will log into the Work Execution Overview page. Next, we will select the action to manage flow schedules. Next, we will select a production line and click on the Sync Feeder Lines action. We will specify the date range and launch the Sync Feeder Lines process. Finally, we will review the flow schedules created for the feeder line. Here is the data that we would be using in the demo. We will see how child flow schedules are created for the motherboard assembly line, which feeds into the tablet assembly line, which is the primary production line in our demo. The child flow schedules are created based on the dependent demand, derived from the parent flow schedules of the primary production line. With this, let's get into the demo. Being in the Work Execution work area, we will click on the Manage Flow Schedules action. Next, for the tablet assembly line, we will click on the Sync Feeder Lines action to synchronize its feeder lines. We will enter a date range and click on the Submit button. As you can see here, a toast message is displayed confirming that the request to synchronize feeder lines has been successfully submitted. Here is the output log of the request to synchronize feeder lines after it was successfully completed. As you can see here, for the specified date range, flow schedules were created for the motherboard assembly line, which feeds into the tablet assembly line. These child flow schedules are created for one unit of the component. The number of flow schedules are determined based on the dependent demand, derived from the parent flow schedules of the parent assemblies. They are sequenced and scheduled based on the build sequence and the completion date of their parent schedules. Next, let's review the flow schedules that were created on the motherboard assembly line. We will click on the View Flow Schedules Summary action for the motherboard assembly line. We will click on the date hyperlink to navigate to the daily view. As you can see here, the flow schedules for the motherboard assembly line are displayed here, and each of these flow schedules have a reference to the parent schedule for which they were created. To summarize, with this feature, for a given date range, you can synchronize feeder lines with the main production line by creating child flow schedules for the dependent demand, derived from the parent flow schedules of the primary production line. This concludes the feature demo. Thank you for watching.